Outside it's -5 and we're heading to a secret location, a testing area for one of the most important weapons of this war. Short-range drones.
There's now hundreds of companies across Ukraine building these drones, but before each of them is sent to the front line, they're actually tested, not just to check that the avionics and the technology all works, but particularly how safe the attachment is for the payload, because in the past there's been occasions where pilots have been taking off, the bomb or munition underneath has fallen off and exploded, killing the pilot.
These young men are all volunteers, many of them engineering students, part of a grassroots war effort that's become vital to the survival of Ukraine.
Tell me about this drone.
This heavy lifter drone flew only at night because it's loud, it's heavy, and it's easy to see, and they use a high-quality thermal camera to fly at night.
In the back of a van is a makeshift control room. Here they watch and evaluate, testing how each drone flies, what payload it can carry, and how far. Some of these UAVs cost just a few £100s to make, but in the right hands can disable or even destroy Russian equipment worth millions.
You're fighting a technology war with the Russian army too, because they also develop drones as well.
Yes, actually, to be honest, we are starting to losing with manufacturing in this war. We produced smaller and smaller number if you compare with Russian. Russian produce thousands and thousands per week of every types of the drones. Also, the border are open with China. The border are open. You can easily to buy all components what you really need.
This summer's counteroffensive accelerated Ukraine's use of small attack drones. Depending on their size, these can be armed with RPG warheads or fragmentation grenades. But the Russians have countered, deploying more jamming technology. There's also reports of Russian shopping centres being repurposed and turned into drone research labs and factories.
And we see videos all the time on Telegram in the West of these dropping munitions onto Russian troops in trenches. How do you feel when you see that as the guys who produce the drones?
When we see this video, we understand exact model which are dropping, and we are really smile because we understand this. Then a lot of time are going to create these drones, and your drone which you create by your hand are destroying and help Ukraine win in this war. Because for engineers, we all understand that our rifles is our brain.
With official Chinese parts in short supply, Ukraine's trying to procure more of its own UAVs. It's earmarked an extra £1 billion of its defence budget next year to buying drones like these.
The Russians have very good electronic warfare. Is that also something you have to try and fight?
The recipe is very simple. Use several transmitters, use powerful transmitters, use frequency hopping, use high-quality GNS model, use a lot of system which helps, use autonomic system, and a lot of hacks, and your bird will fly with more efficiency.
Across the country, small volunteer groups like this are using their skills to help defend Ukraine, trying to make drones that can fly deeper, carry more payload and avoid detection. This no longer a hobby, but a technological frontline. Simon Newton, Forces News, Ukraine. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.